All right, even though we missed the last half hour of the day, I'll just go back over a few of the trades today. It looks like we picked up, we sold a couple, sold three actually, total of 24.55. Looks like we bought 7 positions. We already know that we were paid 61.62 on the day. So I want to go back in here and adjust some of this stuff so people can figure it out for themselves. So our long positions were made up of CMA, PNC, C, R, that's Citigroup, Ryder, EMN, don't know what that is, MDC, not sure what that is, and LAMR, I think that's advertising. So we sold Garmin, Yum, and ATO. So our profit on the day was 24.55. So that's good to go. That's what we normally do just to see, you know, what's actually going on. Change some of the stuff on the, what was that one? ATO. Okay. So we're still holding strong. No losses. There's not a heck of a lot to talk about, but there was, well, let's look at a couple of these. MDC. I can see that we've already put our target in. We forgot to put our Fibonacci stuff here. But I had talked to a couple people about motive wave products. It's a good good platform. I use it for multiple accounts with TD Ameritrade. E-Trade's kind of funny. I don't even use any of their charts there. I just input, you know, buys and sells. Charting isn't great with Interactive Brokers, but their functionality is second to none. But now when you look at something like Motive Wave, there's another small account that we just opened up for another client. So we start off with just CEFs, but this is what Motive Wave looks like. It's a pretty nice, clean. Of course, we only work on the 1 week window. You can't see anything there, but let's see if we've got, what do we have? Main. Okay, we have a working order there. EMD. So you can see over to the right, pretty clean. But we like to stick with Interactive Brokers, and you've got several different ways you can use it. I mean, some of this is overwhelming, I know, for some folks because they've never seen this before, but you know, the whole idea is you try to keep it simple. Don't get too carried away with all this information. Our dogs are going a little crazy here. They need to go outside and run. So I'm going to make this fairly short. Just wanted to give an update on what we bought and go through the stuff that you didn't see. EMN. You can always, the stuff that we didn't talk about, CMA, PNC, C, and R, that was in the morning, on the morning video, so you can go back and look at that. What was bought and after, between the morning and the afternoon, we'll go down through it if I can figure out what account it was on. These ones were, okay, let's do LAMR since it's on there. There's 3. Some days it gets a little crazy because we're working, 15 accounts now. So we need to look at the chart. Okay, so we're just using our Fibonacci to go back in here. It's a tool. That's all it is. We don't make any trade decisions off of this. We just say, hey, it would be 50% pullback in a 6-month window. You can use whatever time frame you want. It doesn't matter as long as you are consistent. Make the rules, follow the rules. You can follow mine. I'm going to put an ebook together and you can follow this. It's a winning deal, but this all comes down to money management, so I can help you with that too. The thing that we don't give away for free is our scans. If you want to come up with your own scans, have at it. We send these out once a week to a number of folks so they can partake. Now we're just looking down through. Okay, so MDC, that's going to be on one of these other accounts. Let's see. It's not on that one. Well, where'd it go? Maybe it's on this other one. There it is. MDC. Okay. So we already have everything in there, but you can see where we bought it. So it was bought on a pullback. We like to buy on pullbacks. There's several different ways to get into positions. I'll talk more about that. Different strategies to actually get into positions and the reasons why I buy at certain times. I'll include all of that in the ebook. I'm still putting that thing together. And RJF. I don't know why we're looking at that. EMN. Where's EMN? Once your eyes get accustomed to this stuff, you'll be able to move around quicker. That's the hardest thing I know is keeping up. There's a lot of people that follow me say, man, you move too fast. I was like, you have a dial that you can dial it up, slow it down. I'll sound kind of weird, I'm sure, talking real slow. But yeah, and that's the third position. I don't even know what time that came on at. It was, yeah, 10:10. So 10 minutes after we shut down. I'm on Eastern time, so if you hear me talking different time, it's like we're on Eastern. I need to change the, well, actually that's not Eastern. I don't know why that hasn't changed on the platform. I'll have to go in there and change that. As my clock on my computer's correct, but the time is not correct on the trades. They're based on Central Time, so I'll have to go back in there and change that. But yeah, so we're just playing around with different, logos and things, trying to get it a little bit more interactive for you folks that need some movement, because these accounts don't really move that fast, and they're not supposed to. No, we're just looking around to see, what happened. I always like to look at the ones that are falling. Well, we have alerts in, so you don't even have to look at these. This is what I'm saying. I look at them because this is what I've done for years. If you've never done this before, you don't have to sit in front of a computer all day long. I don't. I got things to do. I got dogs to play with. I have specific times when I do it. If I get some kind of strange alert, I do carry a smartphone so I can place trades that way. All the brokerages have the ability to do that. So it's just a matter of what you get used to. But the more simple, with my system, you won't have to use charts. So don't even think about that. Charts will mislead you. They'll fool you. They'll make you think there's something when there's not. I use them more as a reference. But if you knew you bought it at 123.47, all you got to know is what's my dividend amount. that's what you're trying to target. And now, if you start studying up on reversion to the mean and stuff like that, you're going to figure out very quickly your probabilities. We're after probabilities, not possibilities. Anything's possible in the market, right? So we have two of the same right there. But we're all about collecting dividends. But there again, if you're interested, if you're with TD Ameritrade, Motive Wave will work with either Interactive Broker or TD Ameritrade. If you're opening an account with E-Trade, they don't have a good API. I've never seen it work. Somebody said they hooked it up once. I was like, never heard of that. But yeah, and there's all kinds of trading platforms out there. You just got to be careful. Something like NinjaTrader, that's going to be more of your derivatives. We don't trade derivatives on these platforms. Okay, we're all about no losses. You trade derivatives, you are going to take losses. Period. Either that, or you're going to make $1 million in one stroke and get totally lucky, but it doesn't happen. So you know what the other side of that coin is. It's like you lose all your money. Most people that want to get into this have about $3,000-4,000. So what's the first thing that they trade? Because they have day trading restrictions under 25,000, they automatically go toward derivatives, and they just pull your money right out of your pocket because you don't know what you're doing, and you don't have enough capital. So stay away from them if you want my opinion. That's all it is, an opinion. It's not financial advice. It's an opinion. I've watched many person lose lots of money. I've lost money in the past on it, but I hadn't lost my paycheck. You just get that dumb idea that you got it figured out. The market will slap you down. What the market can't take away from you is when you get paid dividends, you get to keep that. All right? So each day that goes by or each month that goes by, if you have something that's paying you dividends, you're making money. You have to break it down. Like, how much are you making a day? Well, say I've only got one share. You can break it down into pennies, just like Bitcoin. Go to 8 decimal places and see how much you're making. Add everything up and see what you're making per day. You might shock you. Or just do it for 1 month and see, add it up and divide it by the number of trading days. Or I do it by the number of days, because I get paid on the weekends too. When I'm not working, when the market's not open, those dividends are growing. WD. Yeah. I don't like missing the close, but I had an appointment. Just one of those things that happens. So we're still at no losses. Everything else is looking good. Keep up the good fight on that, and pay attention to what I'm talking about. You have to be patient. If you're patient, good things will come. Other than that, let's just put this over into Mosaic, or let's put the right one into Mosaic so we can see. I changed this up a little bit, maybe a little easier to look at online. There's a lot of stuff that I didn't use on it, on that platform. It's just a lot easier. It's pretty big. I don't know if that thing at the top is going to be in the way. Somebody lets me know if that looks stupid or what. I'll just take a survey. Do you like the clean look, or do you want to see, animated stuff? I don't know. Me, it doesn't matter to me, but I think kids like it. So yeah, so we closed out of that. It's obvious. All right. I think it's time to take the dogs to the park. Let's go down through these real quick, make sure there's nothing that could have triggered. Well, what was that? Traveler insurance. That was bought last week. Still got the blue triangle on there. And people ask me all the time, oh, how do you know it's going to go up? I said, I don't. Well, what are you going to do if it goes down? Stick to my rules. Everybody wants to make that $1 million in one stroke. And they have no idea how to manage $100, and they think they're going to be able to manage $1 million. Because what they're going to do is they're going to go out and buy a car, buy a house. They ain't got no money left. And that $1 million could pay you for the rest of your life, and you didn't have to work. But most people don't get it. I'm going to get these lines off of here. Those are, they call them Fibonacci extensions. We don't play with that stuff, so. BST. Yeah, these are a little clearer to look at. PGB. Let's go down through the rest of them. You can see some of them are close, but honestly, we have no idea if it's going to hit those or not. So we don't sit there and say, hey, guess what? No, we don't predict anything. We just let it happen. If it comes to us, we post it. If we put a buy in, we post it. Now, obviously, if you have a scan and you understand the system, you don't have to even watch these videos. All you do is you put your orders in and you go about your business. If you want to come and get some more education, you come over here, and I am not going to change what I'm doing. I do it exactly the same. If the market crashes tomorrow, I'm doing the exact same thing. I'm collecting dividends. All these things go down and never hit those sell limits. Guess what? I don't sell anything. Don't sell anything at a loss. I will hold this stuff all the way. But once you understand the size of your account is going to dictate your risk, and then you're going to make better decisions. But if you want to take $10,000 and blow it on the futures market, hey, it's your money. If you think you can do it, all I'd recommend is you paper trade that for about 3-4 years so that you understand market, moves. I'm not saying you can't make money in it. It's just a lot of people that are new are going to jump in there. In 4 years at 10%, you'd have another, well, you'd have to compound it, but 1,000 a year, to say round numbers, you'd have an extra 4,000 in your pocket. And there's no guarantee. That's almost a guarantee. I can't say it's 100% because you just don't know the markets. But if you're collecting dividends, that's money well spent. But yep, that's it for tonight. So I'm going to close this stuff out, and we'll see you in the morning. I will have a full day tomorrow, so I may end up just streaming all day. I got a lot of stuff to do, but don't have any appointments. But I like to keep it short and simple. I don't like sitting in front of the computer, but I'm thinking if it's raining, it's possible. But have a good night.